There is a very nice chapter in this training, which is called, What Would You Do with 200 Shilling? What would you do with 200 shilling? That's the name of this chapter, this little small chapter. What we actually do, and just explain it to you because we cannot do it ourselves now. What we do normally is give every trainee, I have to make a short remark of that, I will do that later. So give every trainee, every member in your group 200 shilling. And tell them that within, let's say 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever you take, they should pay back the money. What they do with that in those 2 or 3 weeks, whatever time you give them, is up to them. The goal is to make profit with this money. So if they can buy something somewhere and sell it somewhere else for more, the profit is theirs. You can keep that. All you have to do is pay me back those 200 shilling. Right? So this is entrepreneurship on a small scale in a short period. It's almost like in a game, you know. They get 200 shilling and think, okay, this is great, good. So I'm going to sell some fruit. I'll buy some fruit and then sell it for more. I know where, or I don't know what ideas they come up with. Now, there's a little remark on this. I do know from other trainings that I did that with people and I said, okay, here's 200 shilling or whatever currency it might be. And then after 2 weeks, they show up and say, hey, the money is gone. So, oh, we agreed on you would pay it back to me, so now what? What happened? And then he said, yeah, my sister is very sick, so I had to buy some medication in the pharmacy, and now the money is gone. So what do you do then? That's pretty difficult, right? Because you cannot say, oh, you shouldn't have done that. It's rubbish, because it's important, right? Or if people are starving, they say, okay, I can use this 200 shilling, thanks very much, so we can eat today. So it's up to you to see if you would use this, whether or not in your groups. I think it can be very interesting. And I also think it's a thing where people can learn a lot from. You know, without having any risk, because all they have to do is pay back the money. And if they make a profit, it's theirs. So what do you think? Could you do that in your groups? What would happen if you would give everybody 200 shilling, just like that, and then tell them, in 2 weeks, you bring it back to me? What do you think?
I think if we go that way, or we do that, then they might decide to do, it might not come back to me. Because, number one, they never came, looking for it. Requesting, I want to do this and this and this. And so if you have this amount of this, bail me out, I'll refund it. Mm-hmm. But you see, you're coming and giving me 200 shillings. After 2 weeks, I think I can just buy some airtime and call, and that's it. So for me, this might not work. Yeah, they must commit themselves, and they must explain what they want to do with these 200 shillings before it's given out.
Okay. So that would mean you would add some kind of a interview with the person who is going to borrow the money. And first he has to come up with a story like, okay, if I get this money, I would do this and this and this with it. And then you make some kind of an agreement with the signature, and then you say, okay, you signed for it, you're going to pay it back? Yes, okay, then it's yours. Yeah, you can do it that way. It's more like a bank, right? Actually like a bank then, which is okay. Perfect. What else? Who? Yes, Pauline.
With my group, I tell them I give you this amount of money. Mm-hmm. In 3 weeks' time, as you say, come back with a feedback. I would have 3 categories of feedbacks. One category would be that there are those who just go keep the money and bring back the 200 shillings. Do nothing.
Yes.
Then another category would be that they would go work out something or come up with a small business or something and make some profit and return the 200. The third group that would actually refuse and say, no, I don't want to commit myself to this.
Uh-huh. And maybe you can add the fourth group, which Crispin just mentioned, who would say, okay, thanks for the money. You buy some credit and make some phone calls, and then it's done. It's over. So I think it's good if you divide these groups, and I also think it's very good what Crispin just suggested of making a contract, right? Like a bank. John.
The other issue is what will 200 shillings do? I know if you give me 200 shillings to multiply, go and buy 2 tops, I sell, and I'll grow to it. But somebody else won't look at it that way.
Yeah.
I think this is a joke. 200 shillings can do nothing.
Okay, so that would be a nice discussion in a group, right? Because some people will say it's too little, it's not enough. And some people will say, okay, I can see some opportunities. Because I think every business starts small, right? Even 200 shilling can make you a business. If you're smart, why not? You can double it, then double it again, and double it again. I think you can use it, but it's up to you to see if the target group you're working with could deal with that and if they would like it. Okay? But they learn a lot from it. I'm convinced about that. Okay? Good.